So 2.5 years ago, I had an altercation with another female, and the altercation led from physical to more violent, and I ended up getting an attempted murder charge. The thing that I was most worried about was losing everything that I had worked for my entire life. So I have 2 children already, and I also own my own company, and losing both my children and my company and my reputation within the community was really weighing on my shoulders.
In my experience, when someone's charged with a charge as heinous as murder, the taking the life of another with malice aforethought is how South Carolina law describes it. In my experience, through the number of cases that I've worked with as a prosecutor and as a defense lawyer, people are in shock. Very, very rarely do you run into a case where someone dies, where the person that killed them or allegedly killed them or is said to have killed them got up that morning and said, I think I'm gonna go kill that fella. That's not how it generally works. The vast majority of the time, there's some sort of a mutual combat or some sort of a self-defense issue or some sort of ongoing discord that has led to this, and it escalated quickly. And the chief job of my staff or our team is to allay those concerns and say, hey, let's take a deep breath. I know you're in an unenviable spot. I know that this is difficult, but let's calm down as much as we can. Let's parse through what happened, and let's try to work towards getting someone out of prison or getting someone out of the local jail, then getting someone's discovery, parsing through the case, hiring the appropriate investigators, dissecting the evidence in the appropriate ways in order to alleviate some of those concerns. Because if you know that you're charged with a charge, the average person that's charged with a criminal charge that carries literally from now on in jail, from now on, for all the rest of the time you got in jail, it's understandable that they're gonna be distraught, that they're gonna be fraught, that their lives will be upended. No question about it. It will be every time. So when people come to our team, whether it's something as simple as an arrest for a misdemeanor or something as serious as from now on in jail, that getting that mindset where we can all calm down enough to have a real conversation, parse through these things, work through them together, and make a plan for moving forward is key. I think chief among picking a criminal defense attorney is it's kind of a 1A and a 1B. 1A, find somebody that really knows what they're doing, that's handled hundreds or thousands of cases. I've handled enough of these cases over many, many years that it's rare for a legal issue to come into our office that me or my staff or my partners haven't run into before, and have the ability to understand, apply the facts in the law, and move forward in an efficient manner. Second among those, the second most prominent thing to look for when picking your attorney, I believe, is someone who you can build a relationship with and who you trust quickly, or you believe you can trust throughout the process. If you come into my office and my staff meets with you and I meet with you and we sit down, if you don't think you can trust me in 30 minutes, go find somebody else, because I need you to understand, if you're in my office, that you can take that burden off and let me carry it. And if you can't trust me to carry it, if you feel uncomfortable with me carrying it, then you're a bad fit for me, or I'm a bad fit for you. We solve people's problems for a living. It's what we do. We solve complicated problems for a living. We need to be able to look square in each other's eyes and understand that we're having a conversation about things that have gravity, and that we are looking out for your best interest at every step of the way.
While working with Scott during those 2 years, and even now continuing on, because I don't think that I'll ever go with another lawyer other than Scott, I feel that I really was heard as a person, and that what I needed was taken care of in its entirety. I feel like Scott worked as hard as he possibly could, him and his entire team, to make sure that I was able to come out with a successful outcome that wasn't outside of my reach.
Generally, if someone's charged with a serious violent felony like a murder or armed robbery or burglary, any of those things, if you find yourself charged with that or under investigation with that, there's no way to talk yourself out of trouble. That would be my chief concern. my chief recommendation to anybody is if there's a violent felony involved, you need a lawyer and you need to hush. The amount of time that I've seen cases where if somebody had just hushed, if they had just showed up and asked for a lawyer, they would be in an entirely different place. And their case would be in an entirely different area and in a different situation that would be easier to work out for them and put them in a better spot. If you think there's a possibility that the situation you're in right now requires a lawyer's help, you need one. And some people would say any lawyer is better than no lawyer at all. I don't know that I agree with that completely, but there's some validity to it. You need a competent attorney. From the minute you think you might need one, you need a competent attorney to guide you through whatever hardship that's coming your way.
The reason I send my family and friends to Scott is because I know that he's going to fight for them.